Hoot hoot everybody, hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the noble owl of Globie Generation 2 Equinox, and welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations. Hello Plumies, how are you doing? I've done my vocal warm-ups. I'm ready to shout Eureka at things. Hello. Hello, Miri. Objection! Hello, Citri. Take that! And, of course, Neku hoot hoot with a hoot hoot objection. We got Okutavia with a hold it. And we're gonna have a lot of Ace Attorney stuff today, huh? Hello, Mar. Hello, Katie. Hello, Joy. I hope the planning goes well. Hello, Ciel. Hello, Natsu. I think that's it for now, is it? I think so. Hoot if I missed you. Hoot hoot prosecuting. Yes, Plumies, you might be cute, but I'm prosecutor. Yeah. Dang right. Is it? I wonder if it's possible to alter my clothes. I don't think I can alter my clothes. That's too bad. Would be good. I did manage to get the clothes alteration done for the for the Count Wilhelm. Mr. Prosecuting. I cannot look like Miles Edgeworth, but I have actually fixed the glow. One Plumie. We're gonna have a look if this actually works properly like it should. Yeah, it seems to work like it should. Very good, very good. Yeah, alright. Very well. Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome. We're gonna do Ace Attorney today. I'm really excited. So happy to finally be able to. Yeah, as you can see on the side and pinned in the comments, Monday is the Stardew finale. For now, but it's not as dramatic if I say for now. So we'll have a look at the at this later. It'll be the end. It'll be the season finale of the Vilhelm saga. Yeah. So check it out on Monday, the usual time. We'll face the final consequences of having rizzed all the girls, and we'll finish the. I think we might finish the community center first and foremost, and see what happens after that. I'm fairly sure the game continues in its own sense because it's really good at, especially with Stardew Expanded, that is pretty good at actually giving you more, more content to work towards, even though you've done the first main goal. Vilhelm's final stand, the keg stand. Next time on Vilhelm's adventure. Vilhelm's bizarre keg adventure. Yeah. Hey, hello Hannah, welcome, welcome. Hello Dean Zeno. Hello Liz, welcome, welcome. Hello Milana, welcome. So nice to see familiar names come back. Hope you've all been doing well. Vilhelm taken to court. Ooh, maybe. Or Vilhelm will be Edgehelm will take which it would take people to court. But yeah, let's get the game going. As far you know, as so that you know, Stardew finale on Monday. 2 days. Yeah. This time slot in 2 days, we'll wrap up some things in Stardew, and then we'll be looking to start another series. Doesn't mean it's gonna be the last one. Tamari nara igi ari. Mata kurae. Welcome, welcome. Just saw your newest short. Bachelors and Bachelors of Stardew were not enough, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? Love that nut. Vials HL. Welcome to Marinara. I'm gonna play in JP or Ian. I'm gonna play with the English audio, yeah. Right in front of my. What do you mean? I was just reading my book. You barged into my place. Or do you mean to say I mistook you for a sign from dog? Reading books has never been so attractive. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing a couple of shorts a bit here and there. I'm gonna keep doing I'll be doing my something that you can expect from me. You know, we're gonna have a couple of more pause challenges that I want to feature and everything. But I need to keep you guessing. I need to keep you guessing. The famous book in one hand, Riz. The famous book in one hand, Riz. That. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I hope you like it. You seem offended. No. You can take the game away from Rishelm, but you can't take Rishelm away from the game. I don't know. Flips pages with a mysterious smirk and sparkle in my eye. The book is upside down in a language I don't speak. Ignore that. That's kind of like, oh wow, look at my wrist. Time to go. Teacup in the other. Yeah, right. Is it? Does it work? No, it's the same hand. Too bad. Anyway. Give me just a mo. I'm gonna see if I can get the game going. Just realized I haven't double checked that I can actually see the game. I've double checked that you can see the game. Okay, I can totally see the game. All right. Righto. I'll do my best to voice. I've done my warm-ups, but sometimes I choose pretty hard voices to do for a long time. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, welcome. Let's have a look at Ace Attorney Investigations. Let me know if how the volumes are, okay? Probably need to lower it a little bit. Yeah, it's an arranged music as well. You have an arranged art style as well. Oh, look at the smooth animation though. It looks kind of, the head is a bit too big for the body. It looks kind of funny, but you know, such determination. Man, now I wish I can change my outfit. I don't think I can, sadly. Meh. Boo. I need to find out if I can. Hold on. I guess I kinda can. Heck yeah. Okay, give me a mo. I'm gonna dress in front of y'all. Hoot hoot. Is this Dad Corvilla makes dad jokes? It really is. It's always has been. Points gun. Oh, we're so there, Plumies. I should have done this ahead of time. I just didn't think it would be possible. This is a bit too much work. I'm just gonna I'm leaving the hair as is. I'll go to the hairdresser next time. Live cosplay, right? I mean, this is such a good opportunity. I cannot help. We have to. Okay, you know what? Give me just a second, all right? Why don't I get these ideas when I'm prepping? I feel like it would be a big shame not to. You know? Oh gosh, that's really not what it was. There we go. How's everyone doing, by the way? Oh my gosh, if coloring hair actually was this easy, you know? We don't need to do anything. You're totally seeing that everything happening in real time. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. Breaking the immersion for the meme. Just don't tell anybody, and you'll get Viles Edgeworth. There, this should do it. This should do it, right? This is fine. I think I'm missing one more. There you go. This is so funny. Okay. We are cosplaying. The antenna. Oh no, the antenna. Antenna, we got it. Okay. Heck yeah, that looks so good. Viles edge helm. All right. Okay, sorry, wasting too much time. Or spending it. Manioshi. Eureka! All right, let's go. Screen shaking, everything should be good. Everything is good. Text skip, no necessarily. Waiting time, don't know about that. It's fine. Let's go. Where's Vil? Who is this? Don't worry about it. Wait, I need to also kind of have a serious face, right? I need to not be so happy about this. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. You're not a clown, you're an entire circus. Oh my gosh, the line, he said the line. Hello, Sparky. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, here we go, here we go. Alright. Alright, first episode. Let's go. Make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter the cost. Oh. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. So it really does not look like a prosecutor. Alright, nice. Let me save all this silliness. There you go. What do we call them? Vials. Edge helm. Brother, what is that hair even? Didn't you see? It's a prodigy's hair. It's a prodigy amongst prosecutors. Don't you think so, Plumie? Oh look, there I am. Hard to believe I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Huh? The door's unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What is the smell? Very familiar. Blood? Ah. What the? A surprise! Oh, this music brings me back though. What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Identify yourself. Shut up. You got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Viles Edgehelm, and I work as a prosecutor. I work as a prosecutee in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I'll be thrusted into a multitude of cases in some very frantic, busy days. finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away, sir. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with a local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case, for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Look at what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say. The culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're really getting burnt up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like the policeman is a fan at a concert, shaking the brush for gathering prints like a light stick. He's a policeman at a day and then concert enthusiast at night. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. First course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. I'll keep any leads and information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? I always like to almost talk a little higher when they highlight words, you know? Why of all places? My brain when I read this goes, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? You know, it's kind of weird. Get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really, especially because of this. The key to your office? What do you mean, sir? Why did I give him this tricky voice to voice? Because it's Dick Gumshoe, of course. Sir! I'm here, sir. What do you mean, sir? Can only do one side. If you think carefully about it and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? I'm pretty sure I heard about that at one point. I'm not really sure what it is, though. Hello, Angel. Welcome, welcome. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. When one piece of information meets another piece of information and they you know, get along well, he's informing Gumshoe about the birds and the bees. That's very good of you, Edgeworth. That is the end result using logic. So how do you use it? Can you, like, bake it and eat it? And First, I recall the information we gathered with L. And then I connect them together with X. Now to use L and recall the facts. The crime scene was in my office. And the office key, This must mean... This is my key. This must mean that... I committed the crime. Oh, Let's connect the dots, shall we? Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office? For security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. It's quite obvious, really. I don't know what you have to go through those such lengths to you know, tell me that. But alright, it's fine, sir. It's fine, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Gumshoe is kind of like, I mean, I thought there was this guy. I mean, quite obvious. I mean, he has access to the keys and kind of hates you, sir, and figured, like, you know, wanted to pin it on you, but I don't know. That's just my going by my gut feeling, sir. It's just my gut feeling. Right, let's use logic to deduct. And then, you know, Gumshoe is just kind of like there, very nice, very smiley, very like, oh, like he's doing the logic thing. Look, check this out, Jeremy. He's doing the logic. And then Edgeworth reaches the same conclusion. And Gumshoe is just too precious, so it's just kind of like, yes, oh, he's amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. I told you, I didn't even read that part. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. You connected who? I connected them. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Basis of any good investigation is to examine everything. The basis of very good examination is to examine everything, sir. I know that. When I want to examine something, I simply use when I'm next to it. Sorry, that's a little prosecutor drama. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use X, okay? If you ever feel lost and want to talk, just call your ex, okay? I'll give you a great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Oh man, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this... There you go, that's better, that's better. I just kind of like... that made me laugh. Yes, Miles, maybe Phoenix said, oh! I don't know why I have that guy on speed dial. Never. Who's your ex, though? Never mind that. Alright, let's investigate. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? Alright, Citri, thank you very much. And welcome, Inoki. If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. The complicated relationship timeline. Yeah, it is. It really is. I think I've seen one of these before. I think I've seen one of these before in one of my detective stories. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I didn't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. Though it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detectives. What are you looking at? Do you ever blink? Good. I'll make sure they raise your salary. Do you have anything to report? Brushes his, you know, kind of traces his finger on his chest. Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. Yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. You had this thing mentally. I'm tapping into the Plumey brain cell. Plumey, enlighten me. No, that's not gonna work, Plumey. That's alright, Plumey. We got this. Hello, UA. Welcome. There's something out of the ordinary in front of you. Ouch! I even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Acuity. Acuity, is it? Acuity. How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Miles, no personal space, yeah. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looked a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too, just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has the time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard to be a real trooper to the end. Hello, Aster. Welcome, welcome. Even once this case is over, I don't think you can afford to take any time off. Alright, what is wrong here? What is up? What is up? Oh, okay, there's some. I finished photographing the body, so I should be alright to examine this area. Yes, I'm Vile's Edgehelm today. Prosecuting at law. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I don't believe it. I packed those files and on these shelves so tight that not even an earthquake can make them fall off, but just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. a problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. It literally says gum. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area. Oh, looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Could you use different colors or sounds for the characters, please? Yup. And until the autopsy is done, I don't think we'll know much about much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they've done processing the crime scene. Bullet went clean through the abdomen. Body was found around 2-something a.m. Let me put some honey in my tea. Hello, Soup. Welcome, welcome. Are you going to be okay, sir, with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. This is kind of funny if I just add some... Oh. Wait, that's not it. That's not it. Oh gosh, this looks so weird. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R to open my organizer. It's like R from organizer. Gotta roll the R's. Organizer. See, it makes sense. Hello, Nani. Welcome, welcome. I'm a prosecutor today. Super serious. It's nice to see you, though. Nice to have everyone here. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it, too. Probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. The police badge. No, it's a police badge detective. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. Seems to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Let's use L for logic. The killer's goal. What was the killer after? I would say the revolver might have been this person's. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body once more? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Victim's revolver can be assumed that this gun is the murder weapon that was used for the... Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. I didn't have to do that the first game. You can use R to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use L and R to zoom in and out and get at the nitty gritty. How many bullets? Only one bullet. But they fired one at the wall. If the person already fired one, then it must not be the murder weapon. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I must use logic. I must use logic. One thing at a time. Only looks like one round was fired from this. Hello, Elleburns. Welcome, welcome. So the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? They have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. All right. My, your pecs are quite well trained, police officer. That uniform does you a disservice. Do you have anything to report? Sir, same thing. Is there anything left here? Mr. Bates holster. I bet, sir. Bet he never thought he'd be killed by his own gun. Yep, shot down by the very thing that's supposed to protect the people. I just can't get over that, sir. It's not right. We gotta get the killer for this. Some Vilhelm sneaking in. Oh goodness, maybe. Maybe it's because the victim is a fellow detective. But for a second, Gumshoe sounded even more detective-like than usual. There's blood over. Okay, but how is it not ready? Looks like the bullet passed through. In other words, he was shot. Okay. I can't skip this though. It's like there's something new. No, I already checked it. We already checked the badge too. Breaking down the whole door. No. Aren't you following? I got the key. Ooh. Always have it down in the bottom of one of my super deep pockets without fail. Is it possible that he's never taken his tattered coat to the cleaners? Alright, well, we're getting some different, we're getting a lot of different stuff. There is something written, it literally says gum. But it's just kind of like, we already checked this. It's just the files. Oh no, it's the files, sir. We gotta do it in the right order. There's some blood. There's some blood in the back of his pants, which reminds me of this one time back in elementary school. I accidentally flopped onto this chair that had a tack on it, and oh man, that thing stabbed me good. It even drew blood. Hurts just thinking about it. I think it says gum for gumshoe. They're trying to pin it on gumshoe. That story was so painful I spaced out in the middle of it. But we can't really examine that just yet. Again with the files. Probably fell during the struggle between the victim and killer. Okay, signs of struggle. Alright. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just render all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list, and as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? Guess this is about all we're gonna find out. We should send the body to Jim! Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Hmm. Hello, Quile, welcome. Are you alright? Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Hello, Laurie. Welcome, welcome. Look at him. Jim looks like he just turned in for the night. Sure, that's just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am. I'm Jock Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that's correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors and all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has a key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip the whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? Hello, Hope. Welcome. So the only one who could get in here was me. I'll have a little sip on that one. Wait, that means, I'm not sure what that means. Hello, Rose, welcome. So it was you then? You were Jim's killer? No way, pal, you got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. It's all this genius trying to come out of my head. It just messes with my anger sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. This JoJo character is a fellow prosecutor. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? How about a handshake to seal the deal, huh? Huh? Up high, up high. A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then, it's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! Sir! I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. I should probably give them some space. Like, plenty space. Like, about maybe a block. Maybe a whole city block kind of space. Psst, Gumshoe. Detective, let's get out of here. Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? Maybe I should just go back on vacation and, just leave him be. It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me with by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. They dared to shoot the ultra special Vilhelm Vanderbos cosplay in red that you have? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your debut in? Your V1 jacket? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. Not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. That cosplay is also hard to make too. Oh, like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective. There's a giant contradiction right in front of us. Really? I mean, aside from the fact that there were at least two bullets shot, but there was only one empty one in the gun. I don't know what that could be, sir. Could you tell me? Yes. Hold on, I'll tell you. Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Ugh. I miss him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. Preposterous! When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come to play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. The bullet hole here is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that is off, I should point my cursor at it and remember my ex-boyfriend. With conviction. My ex. Okay, the deuce. And then when I found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it! This is how I do things. With a lot of drama. Only one shot was fired. Let's present my prosecutor's badge. He's rubbing off on me even more now. Anyway, let's go. Eureka! This bullet hole is the contradiction. Whoa. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. And the second felled his frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. I love it when I'm right. He has that face, doesn't he? Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that sticking out from behind the frame? Oh, that. It's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Oh, look at Gumshoe's face. He's so disappointed. No, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Talk about Dusty. Suppose that's what happened when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here. Or I'd kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I installed personally. Every prosecutor office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Secret safe. Each prosecutor has one. Only they know of them. It seems kind of smeared though, doesn't it? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Huh? No, this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. I have to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. We've already finished examining this area, but it never hurts to look again. It does, it hurts time. We don't have enough time. Wiped fingerprints. I think these should do good. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I will let you guys know I don't remember anything from this. I've played this game a long time ago, but I do not remember any of what things are connected. If I'm drawing any kind of conclusions, it's completely fresh because I did not even remember that other prosecutor, to be honest. All right, let's go. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this breaking was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Wonder what we can do here. They were looking for something amongst the... There's a possibility that the files played on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelf these. Files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, I had such a burn. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here and that book goes there. You should know a lot about where these things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done.
These are not correct. I already see it. So, do you guys mind if I jump the logic and have my deductions before we keep going? I mean, I'm playing, but you know, do you mind? Do you find it fun? Do you want to hear my thought process, or should we just kind of leave it? All right, well, clearly they pulled all the files down before the struggle happened, and they figured that the numbers, the 0 went before the ones. So they had already reorganized everything. They were already looking for things before the things got fired. And when they put it back, or whichever reason, they had 0 first. Which is why the bullet hole is there and not on the ground. So they were already looking for something before one of them got killed. They were in here together. It would appear the murder was definitely committed here.
Ugh, the bloodstains on the bookshelf was still fresh.
Yeah, we're playing it fresh here, so no spoilers if you know. I guess if you know, leave it to the deduction of the people currently, please.
The bloodstains on the bookshelf, oh, still fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on... Oh, and then the... Man, this is so funny when I mix them up.
And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture.
So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh?
For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot.
There are prints on the floor too. Those must have been made when unable to stay standing and dropped on the floor.
It appears that the victim was in sitting position here after being shot.
Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it.
That would be the logical conclusion. Already investigated this.
I put them all back just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. Blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. In a sense, well, I suppose.
See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, I keep mixing them up. I don't think we have anything else to investigate, do we? Can we deduce? Oh yeah, we can deduce, okay. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? The bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. Eureka! Eureka! There we go. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. I'll say Hurika. Hurika. Horeka.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against his shelf after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
Then that means... Wait, what does that mean?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. You should use your brain cell every so often instead of the plumies. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that a current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem? The order of the files. I believe the order of the files a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there if they're 1, 2, 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they were organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. Hello, Brenda. Welcome, welcome.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred.
Aha, so that's it.
I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order to see what we find out.
Do you think it would be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They're finished processing the crime scenes, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. What the heck is up with the body? It looks so strange. Oh, it has no what? That body looks weird. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files before shooting Mr. Faith.
And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess.
Did he lose his head? I think he did, you know. Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim. I think he's wearing a cap, you know. I think he's wearing a cap, but the head is not really, something just don't look right. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Let's have a look at the, yeah, it's got a cap. So I guess you see a little bit of his hair on the sides, but I don't know. It don't look right. Anyway, whatever. He's dead. It doesn't matter. Sir, you have a small head. Meanwhile, Edgeworth's head is quite big because he's smart. It's a very good example of tangents. It very much is, actually, you know? It's very good.
But why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why? Hello, Jennifer. Now, the crime scene as it is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. As I suspected, the bullet hole is not where it logically should be. And we figured out that the killer went through your...
And we figured out that the killer went through your bookshelf twice.
Indeed. There are many things that the killer did that don't make sense. But to figure out the whys, we need more information. Clearly, the person in the office when he came home was not the killer. This is...
What is that? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood?
I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. It's kind of weird because body what the is weird. It's weird.
No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after? Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. Yeah, if the victim wrote it, but it doesn't make sense because the victim died, you know, over there. So the files were weird. Even the files would be like in the wrong order anyway, right?
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. You're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit.
I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. Like the fact that he's a prosecutor and only prosecutors know about the secret safe, not even the Gumshoe didn't know about it. So, whoever wiped my keypad must have been a prosecutor. And this one is not particularly cute. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do?
What I always do in court. Get wrecked by Phoenix, right? I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
I might as well. Alright, first I'll listen to the witness testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer with rrr and present the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use my ex. But that is old news. My ex is old news. I need to get over him.
But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in the testimony every time, right?
Correct. And at those times, I need to press the witness with "oh." Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out through investigations too.
Hello, Welt. Welcome, welcome. Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Take notes, detective. This will be over in a second. You, Mr. Portman. Pick a dog and play. Oh, it's the music. Wait. I gotta. Ooh, that's a tingly music. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that I was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letter his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling us. He's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. Come on. Come on. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence and incredible evidence. First of all, Your Honor, I'd like to make a case. Look at this man. Does he look smart enough to do something of this caliber? No, I guess he doesn't. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. You stole Jim's gun. Furthermore, you messed up the files, make it look like you had committed the theft instead. Well, this is already not right because he already knows how to do it. And then you moved Jim's body. That was it. Okay. Not sure what to press, so let's go for. Let's just press a little bit.
Hold it!
Hold it! Before I hold you against the wall. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim, don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly?
But Jim isn't even close to this guy's real name.
Well, Jock and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third in a bunch of guys that decided to nickname Jim. He talks about the victim like he was his pet.
Hold it!
Hold it! Do you really think it was necessary to shovel my shelves twice to do that? That's true, okay, maybe his real intent was theft.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that the life getting a little too rough to handle.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but...
Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no? Let me have a look at what I got. What do I have? What do I have? Clean through the abdomen, moved it, only one shot fired, prosecutor, each prosecutor has one in their office, only they know of them. One of the files that were wiped, was stolen by the culprit. Okay.
Hold it!
And why, pray tell, would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Hello, Croven. Welcome, welcome. Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? What are you objectifying about, Croven? Anyway. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters the body was hiding. Oh wait, I just noticed your suit is red like Edgeworth. Of course it is. How else would I be? Vile's Edgehelm. The hair is also darker.
Hold it!
Hold it! Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. Can't say I disagree with him on that point.
Ooh! Why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Despite of his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters. And I can prove it, with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike.
Hold it!
No, I already did this. No. Ding ding. There you go.
Hold it!
Question. Yes. Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? I got it. Nice. We'll do that in a bit. Yep, Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Looks like Mr. Portman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide even makes even Vil and Evil seemed normal. Now to clue Mr. Portman by presenting him with some evidence. All right, let's pick a good one. Gotta be this one. But what do we present? Is the whole problem is the fact that he's covering them. So how could he have written them, right? But oh, they did. I did it. I did not pay attention. I was completely ahead of trying to figure it out. The gap. Yeah, I mean, it is the gap thing. That doesn't... It's just, I don't know where to present it. Either I present it here or in the previous one. Because he would have noticed them, since he stole the file. If he was after the file, he would have stolen the file and would have noticed the letters. So it doesn't make sense. It just, I don't know where. Anyway, I'll just present this here. It's fine.
Objection!
Yes, the music stopped. You know it's a good one. Objection! Can I turn off the, Don't ruin my moments. There you go. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portman, but there's a serious flaw in your logic. If you have played Ace Attorney before, you know very well that if you got the wrong thing, the music continues. But when you got the right one, the dialogue proceeds, and then the music just stops. Such a good feeling. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portman, but there's a serious flaw in your logic. Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? It cannot notice if it takes it out. Yeah. Yeah. There's two flaws with that. Either the name would not have been able to be written out properly without the file there to begin with. And the other, if the file was what they were after, they stole it after they killed. So if the name was written, they found the file after, they would have noticed the name and wiped it, likely. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. Oh. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they would have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters on the detective's name, or the file should be as proof.
Yeah, I mean the S is gone. It's only half a H.
Like Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case. Oh, did Jen also catch it? Nice-oo. I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Ah!
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time.
Well, Mr. Portsman. Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Meh. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is it this time? You're still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal.
That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Well, I was thinking, did you know there's another person with a key to this office? One other person? Hey, you there.
Yes, sir. What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? Man, he's so icky. Vil, your voice is perfect for this douche. Thank you. I'm kidding. Why is he showing off his chest? I don't know. Distraction. Are we flirting or presenting evidence? Why not both? The voice you chose, I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, not so don't worry. Would you kindly fetch and escort that young lady for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? You say security? No, stop it, pal, don't.
No, not Maggie. Is it Maggie? Is it Maggie? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him all of a sudden? No, it is! No! I believe she needs no introduction. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Detective Gumshoe, sir.
Maggie.
Miss Bird is security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building.
What?
If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone else's room. Oh, I love that they gave her the same like character sprites.
That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
They're such a cute couple. If they were never made official, I'm pretty sure everyone just shipped them. Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There is no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. On, off, on, off. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. Alright, let's take this scumbag down. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. Then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Yeah, don't flirt with him. No flirting. It's a waste of your attention. That should be on me at all times. Me, the chief prosecutor. Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. My heart fluttered. Man, this Edgeworth getup is doing things. It's okay, Natsu. Let's hit him where it hurts. In the ego. Only Viles get to flirt. Chief prosecutor. So you're saying she used the master key? Well, that is quite a silly claim. I'm pretty sure we found the actual key that was used. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then. This is now. The flow of a good match always changes during the rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time. Especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. Seems that the only way to get Mr. Portman to give me more details is to press him. Until he cracks. Natsu, I'm really just picturing the Plumie kind of going the whole kind of thumb and nose, like, come on, square up, come on. No, I'll get him. Let me at him, Bill. Let me at him. I'll get him. It's okay, Plumie. Don't worry about it. Don't waste your cute feathers on him. We'll get him. Leave it to me. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective. Yeah, we already know this thing. Let me see what I say.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence.
I would love to. But first, we should listen a bit more and digest what he's saying. And press him for more information.
Hold it!
Hold it! Are you sure Ms. Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Ms. Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. Hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Ask for more details. Ground rule of Ace Attorney. If you're asked to get more details, always ask for more details. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that, Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Huh. I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know, why do you have the master key now? I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story, and where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test just how bad her luck is.
That is very true, she's unlucky. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish it as theft? I mean, the culprit clearly, went through the bookshelves at least... and tried this, at least tried the safe. It's as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. I don't need to press any further. I'm just gonna present the friggin'... She wouldn't be able to know!
Objection!
The music's gone. Tusk, tusk, tusk! Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. You sure about that? Alright. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. Oh, it's the song. It's the theme song. Hold up. Where are they? I need them. Almost. Here we go. Let's do it, Plumie. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. but hello, Snazzy, welcome. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses! Why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you say?
We were partners, like inseparable, conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
Then that means...
Yeah, I know. I'd only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me?
I see what I was trying to do with this.
Take that, you chewed up, zero sugar pink chewing gum. There you go. There's no sweetness in it at all. There's no real sugar. I mean, you are security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit far, even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie for the murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if she was a thief, he wouldn't have key to the office.
Rubber band stuck. Yay! Rubber band stuck to it. Which is precisely why I had to steal it, wouldn't you say? But... It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah! Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, you're honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief. I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
Detective Gumshoe? Pumpkin? Pookie? Oh my gosh. The way he traces his finger on his arm. Okay.
But sir,
we have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Haha! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of us understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I would be most grateful. Bye-bye. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. If that is a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? Ah. Hello, Piper. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish it. We got like 1 hour to go.
What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. He was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective. Watch your words.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. Yeah, I'm Viles Edgehelm. Prosecutee at law. I'll solve the case.
True. So then, what now?
Looks like my life's falling into another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin to his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, the hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door, such as the file under the seat right over there. What I love about this game was the fact that it goes into kind of, you know, how do you say, point and click adventure kind of territory. Especially with on the DS, you had the stylus to move them around. Huh? It's...
It's the missing Zero Series file, sir.
You can see it a little bit, but because of my nameplate, it's okay. It's alright. It's alright. My name is much more important than that silly file anyway. It's okay. No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day.
There seem to be a few pages missing.
Our thief only took, what was that? Was that actually Gumshoe? Goodness. No, there seems to be a few pages missing. Our thief only took what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So what are these Zero files about, sir? I guess they got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly, just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh?
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. Is that from karma? I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. Again with the case from 10 years ago.
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case.
Hello, Chicken Adobo. How are you doing today? A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, detective? In a hallway?
Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way, me getting drowned by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Love the drip, why thank you. We are, it's quite a cute one for a high prosecutee as myself.
Maybe I should give it a try sometime to envision myself winning naturally. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Viles Edgehelm. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with my ex. Master key? So when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I realized, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back around 2:30. He was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room reception window is. But I'm sure that between those times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir. Let me have some tea. How are you doing, Adobo? You working out? Just like I'm working this case. I promise you, we're gonna do a Hutsu at the end of this. I'm gonna change my drip back and everything, and it's just gonna be such a contrast to actually have Vil back. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say? Except for this time, correct? Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it up because I was sorta using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key? Wait, let me see if you knew the... No, you knew the victim. What did you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it is my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right! I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly! It was around 12 AM. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. Oh, Maggie looks really good in the picture. Such a cool presentation. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. I see. And then? What happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 AM, I think. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy. I see some evidence. Hold it, I mean, hold it! Alright, so you see what I see? Do you guys see what I see? I can't see anything. These aren't sunglasses. Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, alright. Listen up, Lumi. Okay. There's a basketball hoop right next to the door. You see that? Do you see that? Well, where we're talking, there's a basketball outside the door.
So if we can like see that this is actually my office, Viles Edgehelm's office, then he tricked Maggie to open another office up. Why I oughta. Okay. He tricked her. So in summary, I went a little Japanese there. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight? Oh, there is no basketball hoop there. Ah. Okay, so. Talk about suspicious. I doubt you can say that, I doubt that you can say you've never... What? You've never left your keys at home, detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Alright, that's fine. I don't care about no, this right next to him. But this could have been moved. Ah, this could have just been moved. Oh, it's Winston Payne. It looks like you're quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like you're still balding by the day, Mr. Payne. To be sure, a murder victim within the walls of a prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post haste. Winston Payne is the prosecutor there. He has a different name in Japanese, I believe. Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. How gracious. I'll keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Is everything alright? Sir, yes sir, if you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds. I have no idea what that is in kilos. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room. I do see you've lost a little bit around your waist. This looks really good. Good job. Is that a new outfit? Did you have to get it because you lost weight? That's amazing. Who? I know I was pretending. Oh, okay. Oh, everything's okay, sir. Word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Ooh. So the guy switched nameplates and everything, huh? Wait a minute, let's see this. What's a basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't they used to be just outside the next building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? 70, okay. That's pretty good. Good job, officer. I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up to the 12th floor? What's a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, even tennis. And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I will not rest until I have vengeance. The door is locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if an average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! Aha! So only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to wherever pawn shop you bought it from? Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office? Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd? Yep, that's gotta be it. Can't think of another reason why. I can think of at least 3. What am I even thinking? Why am I even wasting time thinking about this? Because it's very important. Solo 2. These 4 numbers on the number plate alone proclaim this to be my office. Whoops! Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of it was swapped. And it was dragged. Mr. Portsman's personal basket hoop. Yeah, if I were to be the culprit, I would switch the plates around and move the basketball thing next to the other office in order to get her to open the door. Can't believe it put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had the same office and yet you still managed to get lost? Alright. I was thinking drag marks, but I can't see any. Sadly. Talk to everybody. Basketball, basket hoop. Let's check the lock. I don't see any signs of forced entry. And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to check if there was any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of how do you say, sleight of hand, or kind of misdirection. Misdirection, not sleight of hand. Misdirection. Apparently the doorknob is clean as a whistle. Wipe, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job not leaving any clues behind. Alright. Minimalist, just classy door made of top quality wood. This is a minimalist door? Sturdily made. Here it's impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door. Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and yet and certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. I see, so you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone. Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Alright.
You there, talk. Have you ever met the victim before? Hello, Koi. Welcome, welcome.
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Faith is always playing basketball with Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portman, sir.
That sounds like fun. Just once I'd love to play with them.
Sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot it was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was to pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I fit in all that well with them.
Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you're an acquaintance of the detective?
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit.
Yes, I remember that. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Huh. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Hello, Matthias. Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Huh?
Since I was 6 months old, I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster.
And yet you stand here before me, alive, with a career. I would say that is impressive on its own.
And now I even managed to be named a criminal just when I become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
Oh my gosh, Matthias, no. I would say rightfully so, the fact that she has the spirit. Despite all this, I find very admirable. The animations are lovely though. Look at her like shifting her eyes, like I don't know, like I saw a video essay on YouTube about Ace Attorney's animations. Even though they are, you know, they have few frames, so to say, it's not like, you know, super 60 frames animation, but the 2D sprites are so friggin' good. And their facial expressions and I don't know, the characters are really likable. I like him.
Sorry, prosecuting.
I know, and just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth's economy. I'll do all I can help. I'm just a lowly security guard, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to guard it.
I was like talking to another gumshoe. That was so nice. Also, please have a look at my prosecutor badge.
That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? It proves that you're really a prosecutor.
Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe.
With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Sir, may I please try that on? Just for a little bit.
I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you?
I guess not.
On second thought, they're actually on the same level. Revolver, I guess. And then this one.
I'm just a lowly security guard, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to guard it.
Okay, that one. Boop. Boop. Okay, no, we've shown everything.
I... Do we just talk? Can we just talk? Yes, sir. Anything of interest? Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? It's nothing, but I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. I bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too? Of course! The tight bond, friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. Oh, how can you say that, sir? And after all we've been through, too. That's fine. Is this done? That is done. This is not done. The door? No, same thing. Boom, 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 ding! I love Ace Attorney. I haven't played a lot of them, a lot of the 3DS ones actually. Should try to get a hold of them at some point. But or play them on the Switch or something. But like, playing it is super nice. Hearing someone play it in the room or something is super annoying because you only hear. Is there pain? Okay. Have we checked everything here yet? I feel like we don't have anything else to check. No, this is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. Basketball is done. Huh. This is not completely checked. Do I need to check the floor or something? I bet the thieves not under here. I guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway. I mean, if someone would contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed. Sounds to me like someone's already tried at least once before. Alright, we've checked everything. We need to oh wait, we need to, what am I doing? Need to use logic, of course. Master key was stolen. Someone used the master key. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal. I mean, sir. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? Let me double check. The body was found at 2:05. However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I totally had forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And? Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? Yeah, I used yeah, I used my house key that made it look like I was locking up, sir. So in actuality, you never did relock the door then? Well, maybe, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door hasn't been locked properly. Oh. She unlocked the door, but the master key was stolen, so she couldn't lock it up. That was why it was open. What am I supposed to do with that? I've had to open Mr. Portsman's office. Had to open the office up for a number of times before. I also had the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous since I don't have a single one.
Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make you a special card of the month award just for you.
Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award from you isn't just the same as getting a real award, sir.
No.
I'm not sure where to go with this. That is a very good point, Natsu. There's still something to... Oh, the deuce. This is... Yeah, there you go. I keep forgetting the mechanics. Ahem.
Eureka!
Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird says is true, then why is this door locked tight? Hoodrika! There you go.
Oh, you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All I need to do is... need to examine these. Prints on the number plate. Prints on the number plate. They'll tell us all we need to know. Everything? Really? Like what, sir?
No. Dang it. Like, for example, such as, well, we know for sure that Detective Gunshoe's dinner only consists of instant noodles. Wow, that was amazing, sir. How did you know?
Is that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, that's it.
Now, we should get back to doing what we need to do. And that is... we need to examine these. Prints on the doorknob. I guess it would be Maggie's fingerprints on there, or I don't know. Prints on the... I still feel like prints on the number plate is the important one, but okay.
Prints on the doorknob. That would mean that if Maggie did lock up, her prints would be on the doorknob. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you, pal. Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what'd you find out?
There's no need for such a belligerent nostril-flaring detective.
Sir?
I've found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's print on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
Huh? I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this doorknob as well. Now then, whose prints would you also be on this doorknob? Do you know whose prints would be? Is it Gumshoe's? No. Is it Portsman's? I know it is. I'm doing the Dora the Explorer. Eso sí que es. Hoot's clues, yeah. Is it Maggie's fingerprints? Are you sure? And then the kids on the other side of the TV is like, yes! Hoot's clues. Okay.
Take that!
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked these doors are absent?
You mean...
Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened. Could not have been this one, but a different one. Hmm? What have we here? What's this? Is it Chad's fingerprints? No!
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
Looks like a note from the victim. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like you talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. I guess I'll catch up to you later.
Yeah, it is for Mr. Portsman.
Note left. Alright. Interesting. I think we've had all of the talk we can with them. Oh, wait, there you go. There you go. Look, it's been moved. It's been moved. What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The position of the hoop is definitely unnatural. Better make note of this. Okay, there we go.
Complete!
And we got our life back. We got our ego back. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Oh, how so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
Do you know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What?
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspect that it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
That's anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, and everything in between, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door.
But your name is Edgeworth, sir.
Mr. Portsman, I've finished processing the bloody letter, sir.
All right.
What was his, what was his voice again?
Let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Okay, looking good. You there. Take good care of this.
Whoa!
Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now.
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke.
We know, Mr. Jacques Portman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset. Getting chased out of your own room, I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide your crime? You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Who would ever have thought it would come to this?
Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right?
Huh. The legendary prosecutor never lost a single case for 40 long years.
But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? You don't trying to play mind games with me because they won't work. I'm not a gamer. I'm a prosecutor. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Your game is over. You're out of credit. Insert coin. The people say that still, don't they? Right?
Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Even though you have yet to prove anything.
Let's go. Oh, the song. Wait. Nice shivers. Nice tingles. Let's go. Oh, I love how they add to it every time. It feels so nice. Okay, let's go. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's some mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Oh, you're stubborn. Suppose you're basing your accusations on something? I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. With my fist evidence. Yeah. No idea what kind of harebrained idea. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. I disagree.
Hold it!
Oh? And what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Tim was my partner! You can't say I had motive for killing him! And that's it?
That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer.
Hold it!
I'll get him. Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? I'll raise an objection. You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Very well then, I propose that you use this to open my door. Alright, I can't present person. Oh, good to remember that there's another page. Let's go!
Take that!
Take that! Oh, the music stopped. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open the door. My door with the key. Oh. Ooh. It's
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bird to come to open. No, you asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah. Kinda forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste. You know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door. See? Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, when you used the other thing, Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think it was in my room? Do you know what it was? No. Let's do that.
Take that!
Take that! Exactly. The hoop. Very good. What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Ah! That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit it in front of my office, to be sure. I see, so that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture's a little off the racetrack. Ew. It always gets me. It always gets me, the heartbeat. Like they increase the beat to the heartbeat to add how like exciting everything is. Natsu, it's a good thing you are on our side, because then we can get away with it. I'll put you on basketball hoop duty. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Well, you weren't because you missed the friggin' note. So he intends to claim he's innocent to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who's the one truly covered in slime here. Alrighty, sir. Heck yeah. Man, I just need the Plumies to perform my heists.
Hold it!
And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. Training regimen? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? Mainly badminton practice, some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance. Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. I was doing my usual workouts, so... Can we just present the letter already? The fact that he missed it? Absent Portsman. It seems you're out. Let's try it.
Objection!
Ah, music stop. Nice. That was a filthy lie. Objection. Hello, Feli. Hello, Feli. Welcome. Welcome to my solving the case. What are you talking about? How is that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portman. A note? Ah, does the music stop? Yeah, I was saying that before. Like, if you present the wrong evidence, you don't break the loop, right? You're in that kind of how do you say that? You're in that kind of testimony, cross-examination loop for that one song or something. So if you get the wrong one, it still keeps playing and you get this kind of back and forth about how you failed and maybe lose a little bit of your life or something, or energy. But when you get the right one and you get silence after, it's like, yes, yes. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Ah! Shall I explain it in full detail for you? Ah! You were busy snooping around my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense.
You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me.
Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence.
No way!
This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Yeah, her prints were not found in the doorknob. All together now.
Take that!
Take that! I had your door dusted for prints. Oh my gosh, this is too good. We need to. There you go. Crank it up a bit. My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened the door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Ah! Further, all of the prints in my office door knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you give up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office.
And just what's so funny, pal?
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor. As he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth just explained it. No, Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. They're trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. Conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I'd wiped that doorknob down well. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob you had touched. Which is why I wiped the doorknob as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only gems and my own prints would be on there.
You made that up just now, didn't you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example.
Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Yeah, if you were obsessive compulsive, you would have gotten the basketball scoop. Yeah, exactly. We just said so.
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. But you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir.
Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's a perfect alibi. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe?
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portman said. The guy down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m.
You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Alright, let's see what we can do. I believe it was 2 a.m., yes. I don't think this is right. There must have been another person in the office. Press.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now, I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. What can we present? What do we have? 2:05. It's not... The body was found at 2:05. Only one shot was fired. We don't have anything else that is, like, has time in it. Okay.
Hold it!
I'll press a little bit more. So, you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit? Yup. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
Wouldn't the basketball hoop take time to move? I agree it would, but... well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right?
Yes, sir. A number of detectives say they saw you around that time.
See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Portsman alibi might seem perfect at first glance, but I know there's a hole in it somewhere. All I need to do is press him a little and see what comes out of it. Alright. We got... It's just the first one that we haven't pressed, I see. You're correct, it was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. Oh, dang it. You could only press enough. Impossible, he actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden look on your face?
Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there!
Sir!
Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle.
Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. It's so funny how Edgeworth is just like composed. Meanwhile, you know, this scene with Phoenix is like his head is down on the it's like holding his head with like face down on the on the desk. Let's see. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this one through one more time. And with logic. No! Oh, I clicked it. Oh, I clicked instead of another handgun. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and the other that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shown sign of being fired once, meaning that it's entirely possible that the second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid visit to my office tonight. Sorry. Another visitor. Dang it. Dang it. That's the last piece for the puzzle. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were abandoned twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. It shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun, and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Objection! Man, the first time in a while. Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I'd assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into, was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean by 2? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Ooh. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
You could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Ugh. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me.
Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into his office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But then, he came in. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left a fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor in my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another?
Visitor, sir?
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen O file, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shelves getting messed up twice and the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does, it's Mr. Edgeworth after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point to your argument, for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof that at this point. Don't say that, sir.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must.
You know something? You know something? I find your attitude to be quite peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct.
Oh. Oh!
This is it! This is the one! That thief you're into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but I've already said I was training in my room. And then Jim came to deliver some evidence to me. When Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down in criminal affairs. I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. Do you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course. Now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Alright, we press it. After this, the case should be done. This is as strong as the song gets.
Hold it!
He changed his story. Yeah, he totally did. We have evidence against it. No worries, no worries. We got it. Once escaped, I highly doubt the thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh, you talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything after all. What do we have here anyway? The files, the thief already got the files. The body was found after 2. It was stolen from the office. Oh, wait. Can we look at this? No, it doesn't say any time. Okay. And... okay, we don't have anything. We need to press a little bit more. Boot to the head, you know that one. Alright.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? That's because he said he was tired and was gonna take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. I'm gonna win, Silverblade. Don't worry about that. And what of the evidence he brought? There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant. A gun and a pendant. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. We got it! We got the extra testimony! How can I prove it? He had a gun. There was another gun. Wait. 2 items? 2 items? Yeah, because he said he brought him 3 items, right? 3 pieces. Okay, here you go. Take this.
Objection!
Music on. Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep your evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well,
Here's a piece that I think you should read carefully.
Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portman.
I can't believe it, to get tricked by a simple arithmetic.
Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe.
Don't come any closer. I'm warning you.
It's all part of the investigation, pal. Don't even think about stopping me.
No!
Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Hello, Caramel, welcome. And where did he hide it? I don't know, but we found it. I will not rest until I until I examine every suspicious nook and cranny. Sorry, that was really low. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section for the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Not the KG8 one. There's blood. Oh, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean? That caught me off guard. Yeah, me too, actually. That's not gonna be a normal thing. Caught up by the drama. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood?
No, you got it all wrong.
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you'll tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way into this video.
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Part of the RP. Okay. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on him, on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints?
Gah!
If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones here would belong to the murderers, you and Mr. Faith.
No, impossible. I'm.
That's going to be taken out of context.
Mr. Portman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. Blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Fate's fingerprints as well.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Esworth. Still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
It was nothing really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and murder this time, sir. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say that he was corrupt?
Well, I heard there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
Forged evidence, huh?
And they say even he decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
That guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking what his reason for breaking into my office. What his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever he got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although, we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh, well, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. Credence to that rumor. It would seem we haven't heard the last of this.
Oh, then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy?
I didn't say that, but rather, there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence. This one, yeah?
The basketball hoop!
This is so funny. You usually get to, kind of wrap up the case with a piece of evidence. If you get it wrong, they'll just be like, "Oh, I don't think that makes sense." Oh, okay, well, it is the stolen O series file. Definitely, we don't know what that is.
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
Yeah, I wonder who that was.
And what happened to the stolen pages? Yes, 3 hours, we're going. I'm feeling it in my voice. We're wrapping up the case. I wonder who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Yes?
Came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
This card.
What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there?
Plumies! What have I told you about leaving signature cards? You should be better than this. It's not just any bird. It's the mark of a raven. A 3-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, Detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's talking about.
Yes, it is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. It seems, Flo, now it all makes sense. You were trying to pin it on Crowley. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood. Noble bird, huh? Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though, we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal. We do know the targets.
The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. A noble bird. Dang it! Flo had an alibi. He was brewing potions. Okay, dang it, dang it. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling cards or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that's found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Although it's been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Ashford, look, something's written on the back. It was the Count. Oh my gosh. It wasn't even evil. And he obviously can't count because he put 3 legs on that raven. 3 legs. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. It's Vile's Edgehelm. The end. Case 1. We did it. Alright. Alright. Case closed. Boop, boop, boop. And to that, we say... Objection. No, sorry. We say. Let's see. I need to. Thank you all, Plumies. You've been lovely. I'll see myself out. Hello. Hello. What's going on? How's everyone doing? Welcome everybody. I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl of Globie Generation 2 Equinox, and we're gonna be playing Ace Attorney Investigations today. Wait, what do you mean we hit 3 hours? Who played Ace Attorney for you? You were helping the case? Wow. Was it a cool? Viles. The legendary Viles Edgehelm was here? With my lawyer cousin. Oh gosh, you never told me it was gonna come. My voice is going shaggy automatically. Okay. He was so cool. You should have seen him. Oh wow. I guess I'll have to watch the VOD back, huh? Man, I can't believe I missed Vile's Edgehelm. Rest your voice, Viles. That's alright. I think we did pretty good. I did not expect to go 3 hours. It went a little over, but this will be a little bit of a one-off. Either way, so may as well do the full case, right? Now to go cook up something tasty. Vile sends regards. I'm pretty sure he does not. I object to that statement. He would be proud. He does not give his regards. Vile's Edgehelm considers it a pleasure and privilege to be for you to be in his presence. 7 months. Hey, Viles. Glad we could help with the case today.
Of course, of course. Thank you for the member super. Thank you very much. 7 months, wow. Right though, well, hoot to everybody, I guess. I missed the whole thing, but I'll watch the VOD. It's okay. It must be a fun one. Thank you for helping out with the case. Thank you very much, everybody. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, right. Monday. Stardew finale on Monday. Forget these exist. 7 months membership, huh? Already 7 months membership, huh? Yeah, time flies. Like up to me. Viles is pro logic user. Wow. I think he cares about you. That's sweet. I'm sure he does somehow. He does seem to like the foods and the cappuccinos I make for him. Yeah, okay, so that was one pill. Monday we will wrap up the current story arc of Rishelm's story. But yeah, we'll be wrapping up Stardew. I'm sure we'll play Stardew at some other point. I mean, collabs and everything, you know, that kind of stuff. But the end of Rishelm and Stardew Valley. I think that, well, like, you can play some collabs or something like that. It's a very accessible game, you know. It's fun enough, but I think it's time. We are gonna finish the community center, and we are gonna face the consequences. We're gonna face the consequences. Twice even. I think we're gonna face the consequences twice. Thank you for an amazing stream. Thank you very much, Citri. Thank you for the super.
Thank you for the amazing stream. _heart. Can't wait to listen to it later. _blash 2 puntos _cheer.
Beyond blajo cheer, beyond blajo heart. Nice. Thank you, Citri. Thank you for the super. Anyway, let's have a look-see if there's anyone, if there is anyone that we can raid a little quickly. Otherwise, I'm gonna get some food because I am so hungry. I'm so hungry. Do we have any all the food? Yeah, they're doing there's a lot of Minecrafting happening. But why? Which one is the right one? Oh well. You know what? Not gonna look around too much. I'm hungry. I'm slow. So let's I'll send you over to Bree and Umi. They are playing the Minecrafting, and time for Alpha Data. It's definitely tied. Is it tied for Alpha Data? Hoot. Yeah, thank you. Let's go to Bree and Umi. Umi we'll see next week with some Batsu Tetris. So look out for that one. And yeah. If you plumies, I'm gonna ask the plumods to reach out to the Discord, but it's you Alpha Data is supper, it is, yes. Evening food. If you go I'm gonna ask the plumods to ask in the globie fan Discord if you guys have any other ideas for, you know, things you would like me to say as batsus. Please ignore any extreme ones. We're doing one-liners and things like that this time around. But think of something if you would like me to reenact something voice acted or something like that. Batsu being a punishment for Tetris. Actually, why is this song playing? There you go, Hutsu. I didn't even realize. Yes, Sue. But yeah, thank you all for today. I'll see you Monday for the end of Stardew. And then we'll also talk a little bit. It'll be end of Stardew, and this sounds way better. Right, it does, right? I committed to the bit of coming in. It's like, oh, we're gonna play today. A bit too hard, I think. There you go. All right, give me like a little hoot hoot, and I'll see you all Monday. Take care for now. Take care for now. Stay lovely, Bloomies. Thank you so much for today. It was fun. Bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hutsu versus run. Whatever. Bye.